It's time now for Coach's Comments, being brought to you by Southside Auto Tech with Stars head coach Rocky Russo. And Rocky, a great bounce-back weekend for you guys. A weekend sweep. You take down Omaha last night and Sioux City here tonight. A big reason here tonight was the efforts of Cameron Whitehead. We've been saying this a lot lately. 36 saves from him here tonight. And frankly, how he wasn't the number one star, I was a little surprised by with the way he played. How big was he tonight?
I mean, if he's not the goalie of the week in the league, I don't know who else deserves it. He had a shutout last night and a 36 save win tonight, and we didn't play very good tonight. But sometimes you win games when you don't play well, and that was definitely a situation tonight. Cameron probably wants a couple of those back early on, but man, was he good in the tail end of the second period and all in the third, and he's the reason why we got a big win tonight.
At 13 shots faced in the third period. He stopped all of them. A tremendous outing from him once again. 66 saves between him over the two games this week. I'm with you. I think he's got to be the USHL goaltender of the week. Doug Grimes got you guys on the board first at the 151 mark of the first period, but had to exit this game due to that boarding major penalty. That was a kind of a turning point in the game, I thought, early on between a 5-minute penalty kill that you had to do and losing a guy like Grimes. What did that mean, losing him, and how did you guys kind of regroup after that and recover?
Well, when you lose somebody of Doug's caliber and the important player that he is, the role that he plays, like you're just not going to replace him. We shuffle the lines around. Fortunately, in this league, you dress 13 forwards, so we're able to get that 12th forward into the rotation on a regular basis. But Doug scored a big goal for us, and he was working really hard on the back check. And I kind of thought that their guy put himself in a really vulnerable position. But I also felt like Doug probably should have taken 2 more strides before he engaged. His target line should be the hands. And if you get your shoulder square with that guy's shoulder, then the check from behind doesn't happen. But their guy kind of felt the pressure from behind and turned his body and put himself in that situation. And so it's tough. It's the right call. It's not often that I compliment the officials, especially tonight, but it was the right call. And for us, we get a big 5-minute kill there, and you get out of that period 1-1. Which could have been far worse, getting outshot 14-4 in the first period, which is going to happen when you're not playing well, number one, and number two, you've taken a 5-minute major early. But we didn't do a really good job of getting the train back on the tracks there in the second period.
You battled through it, though, and 2 players got their first goals of the season, Jack Larrigan and Cole Krusberg-Rosine. Larrigan was a guy, you've said it all year, he's been due for one. He got it done, maybe not the way he would imagine it being to break that drought. So let's start with him. What did you notice him? Is there any excitement with him that he had to be thrilled to get that goal?
Yeah, he was, but I was thrilled with the play that led to the goal. We changed sides. We went from the far side to the near side. We went low to high, and Buckberger hits a strong side one-timer, and we've got net front presence. We've beat their guy to the front of the net, and that's why we scored that goal. So that's one that goal will be filed away for training camp video next year, because it's a perfect example of what we're trying to accomplish with our O-zone play, and we got rewarded for it.
Cole Krusberg-Rosine, I mentioned, also got his first of the season. You've been using him a lot on that second power play unit. I figured it would be a matter of time. If he was going to get a goal, it probably would be that way. Talk to me about your confidence in him with using him on that and then him coming through here tonight.
I thought he was actually, Cole had his best weekend so far in a Stars uniform. I thought he looked really comfortable yesterday. First time in a while where he's looked really comfortable. He did at the start of the year, and then he, in the last 4 or 5 games, he hasn't been playing great hockey, and I think that's a confidence issue. And it doesn't matter whether you're 16 or 20. Guys lose their confidence from time to time, but Cole's such a good player. It was only a matter of time before he got it back, and I thought he got it back in a really big way yesterday. Defended really well, broke pucks out, created offense, ran the second power play unit at a really effective rate, and then today he gets kind of the icing on the cake with the game-winning goal, and I think if anybody earned it through the course of 6 periods this weekend, it was Cole.
4 straight games being outshot, but you've won the last 2. How have you fought through? What have you seen from the guys with how they've been able to fight through games like this where maybe we're in our end a little more than we'd like?
Well, we're not even necessarily in our end more than we like. We're making training camp mistakes and turning pucks over at the blue line, and that's a touch of arrogance, which is really bugging me. If you want to be honest, we're not earning that blue line, and the only way you make plays at the blue line is if you earn them by putting pucks behind the D for a period and a half, 2 periods. Then the D gets sick and tired of being hit, and all of a sudden their gaps open up, and now you can make some plays. We're trying to cheat it. We're trying to make plays early on in the game, and it's leading to turnovers. Today, the second period was atrocious with the neutral zone turnovers, and it's kind of like a guy going up to the plate and just swinging for the fence, knowing that he's probably gonna strike out, but if he hits a bomb, everyone's gonna cheer for him, and that's what's happening. Like, instead of us saying, you know what, we're gonna go and we're gonna play the right way for 6, 7, 8 shifts in a row, and we'll get rewarded for it, we're gonna try to cheat and hit one over the fence, and more often than not, you strike out, or in this case, more often than not, you turn it over, and that's what happened tonight.
Able to recover despite, though, and get this 5-3 win. Rocky, thank you for joining us here. We'll talk to you next weekend.
Thanks, Joel.
That was head coach Rocky Russo of the Lincoln Stars joining us for Coach's Comments, being brought to you by Southside Auto Tech.